This video will guide you through reviewing a service agreement. Reviewing a service contract is crucial for both service providers and clients to understand the key terms and implications before signing, and is a popular project request on the Contracts Council platform. If you've received a service agreement and need to review it, then this video is for you. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. We have also provided additional information in the description, including how to find a lawyer. We will cover top considerations when reviewing a service agreement, key terms to find and understand in your agreement, costs to hire a lawyer for review. We have also added a link in the description below with information on legal fees. Now let's get started. Top considerations for service agreements. Service agreements are legally binding agreements that significantly impact the relationship between service providers and clients. Before diving into specific terms, here are some top considerations to keep in mind. Scope of services. Clearly define the services that will be provided, including any deliverables and the expected timelines. It is important to confirm this in writing so there are no misunderstandings. Payment terms. Understand the payment terms, including the total cost, payment schedule, and any late fees or penalties. Confidentiality and IP rights. Consider clauses on confidentiality and intellectual property rights, especially if sensitive information will be shared. Liability and indemnity. Check the limits of liability and any indemnity provisions to understand the extent of legal responsibilities. And consider hiring a lawyer. It is always recommended to hire a lawyer to help review a service agreement. They can ensure the contract is legally compliant, help you understand industry standard terms, and coach you on negotiations. We have included a link in the description to help you find one. Key terms to understand. Service agreements contain many important terms that you should understand. Here are some key terms to look for. 1. Parties involved. Ensure that the legal names and details of all parties involved are correctly stated. 2. Scope of work. Clearly outline the scope of work, including specific tasks, deliverables, and deadlines. 3. Compensation and payment terms. Review how the service provider will be compensated, the payment schedule, and any late payment penalties. 4. Term and termination. Understand the length of the agreement and the conditions under which it can be terminated by either party. 5. Confidentiality and non-disclosure. Review any confidentiality and non-disclosure agreements to protect sensitive information. 6. Intellectual property. Check who retains ownership of any intellectual property created during the course of the agreement. 7. Liability and indemnification. Understand the extent of each party's liability and the indemnification provisions in case of legal disputes. And 8. Dispute resolution. Review the methods for resolving disputes, including mediation, arbitration, or court litigation. Average costs to hire a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer to review your service agreement is always recommended. Contracts Council's marketplace allows you to post your project and receive competitive bids from lawyers to compare. Based on our data, the average cost to review a service agreement is $440 on a flat fee. This is based on 50 recent projects from across all U.S. states. Legal fees can vary based on the following factors. State or location. Lawyer fees may vary based on where they are located. For example, a lawyer in New York City will likely have a higher rate than a lawyer in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Length of contract. Given lawyers traditionally bill by the hour, a longer contract with more pages will require more of their time, which can make the legal costs higher. Complexity of terms. If there are complicated terms in the agreement, it can increase legal fees since it will require the lawyer to spend more time working on the project. Service required. You can hire lawyers for different services. If you simply need the contract reviewed and explained, this will be a lower fee than also needing the contract redlined and negotiated. Reviewing a service agreement is critical in ensuring a successful business relationship and protecting the interests of both parties. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching!